Hey y'all, how you doing today? Dana here, and David and I have been at meetings all day, from early this morning until we're just rolling in this afternoon, and I am starving. And I gotta tell you something, I did not lay out anything to thaw. But never fear, I'm gonna do a vegetable fajita. Now y'all, this recipe is really fast, and you just pull out vegetables that you've got on hand, and you saute them in a pan the way I'm going to show you in a minute, and you put it with some other good stuff, and you put it in a fajita or a wrap, and I'm going to do a low carb wrap. So that's what we're doing today. So I've got zucchini, and I've got yellow squash. I have got some beautiful sweet peppers, and I've got some green tomatoes. If you've got some, you can chop them up and put them in there. They give a little tang to it, so it's good. But just use what you've got. If you want onions, you would chop up onions now, but y'all remember my husband can't do onions. So anyway, this is what I'm doing, is chopping these up. So let me show y'all how I chop the different things. First of all, I've already got started, and I've got a lot of it chopped up already. And now I'm gonna give you the pepper. Now y'all, the way I chop this, I chop a few long strips in it and then cut it sideways, and that's what I do. Woo, there we go. All right, and then after I get it chopped into different things like that, then I just go down, chop it up real quick. Life is good. I've got it. I gotta get a drink of water. I have inhaled some pepper. Has that ever happened to y'all when you're cooking? All of a sudden you're like, ooh, I got pepper in there. Okay, so I got that one done. Let's do the zucchini. Now, I will normally cut mine, this is not zucchini, this is yellow squash. Cut mine like this, and then, cut the ends off, of course. Then half it like this, and then do a couple of cuts, 1, 2, and here we go. Can y'all see that? There we go, 1, 2. All right, how easy was that? And the pieces are about this big. And they're gonna shrink up a little bit when you cook them. And they're gonna taste so good in there. All right, let me get the rest of that done. Cut the end off of that end. Cut it in half. There we go. Put that in here. Now we're gonna do the zucchini. Cut the ends off in half, and then cut it in half again like this. Do some strips. There we go. Easy peasy. One more drink of water. Good gracious. Has that ever happened to y'all? All right. Tried to get them about, this size. It's gonna be really good in this vegetable fajita. I think I've told you before, I ate this at a restaurant, a vegetable fajita. And we raise beef and stuff, and I'm always into cooking the meat and all that. But when I tasted that, I thought, oh my goodness, this is so good. And I started making it home, and people that eat it, they don't know there's not any meat in it. They never mention it, and then I'll say later, did you notice there was no meat in it? And they're like, oh yeah. But it was still really good. So anyway, trying to do a little better on the health anyway. All right, now on the green tomatoes, this is how I do it. I cut that bottom off, and get it out of the way. And then I just do it into some slices, okay? Some slices, get the top, I'll leave that over there. And this is how I do. I just kind of half it, cut a few more, half it, cut a few more. I love green tomatoes, and they do add a good tang to it. But if you don't have any, don't worry about it. And then on these, I hate to waste this part, so I just cut off around the middle part. So we got a few extra bites. I hate wasting food. Do y'all? I just hate it. All right, put this in there, and then we're ready to move on to the skillet. Now look, I know this looks like a lot. I'm gonna show it to you. See all this good stuff? But this right here, I'm gonna cook a lot up, and then today and tomorrow, like we'll have one for lunch. So we'll have, David and I will both have one tonight, and then we'll both have one maybe tomorrow for lunch or tomorrow night, one of the two. And it's gonna be really good. All right, I'm going to the skillet. All right, y'all, here I am. I've got my electric skillet out. Now, y'all, you would use the skillet on your stove, on your stove top, but I just put this out here so you can see better. This is just an electric skillet, and it works just like a regular skillet, except you have to turn it on the side over here. So that's what I use, an electric skillet. Now, what I'm gonna do right now is pull out my spray, and I'm gonna spray it. I've got it up on about medium heat. Then I'm gonna put in some olive oil. And yes, I buy the big thing of olive oil, but I'm gonna do several rounds on it and let it get going. If I need more, I'll put it in later. That's probably about 2 or 3 tablespoons. And y'all realize I'm making enough for 4 people. So this is, you know, kind of a lot. All right, so the first thing we're gonna do is pull, to give it that meaty, you think you have some meat, we're gonna put some pieces, mushroom pieces and stems. We drained it. So what we're gonna do is pour it in here and let it get started. Yeah, baby. We're gonna let that get started, and that's pretty hot. Let that cook for just a minute, and then we're gonna pour in our vegetables. And I gotta go get my spices. I'll be right back. Y'all, I'm gonna be putting Tony's Creole seasoning on here. That's what I use. You don't have to put anything if you don't want to, but I'm partial to Creole seasoning, so that's what I'm doing today. I'm letting this get good and hot. Then we're gonna add the vegetables, and I'm turning this up just a smidge. All right, here we go. I hope y'all are doing okay today. When I came in tonight and I'm like, oh, I'm exhausted, I'm hungry, and I don't have anything thought out, and then I thought, vegetable fajitas, because I do have stuff for that. Are y'all like me? I like to keep my pantry very well stocked, and so that if I do have an issue like this, I can just run in and fix it. Well, while this is heating up, and let me put the lid back on this, hang on. I'm gonna talk to you about business. I'm gonna talk to you about my book. Y'all remember my book? Y'all, this morning I got up and it was number 9 on Amazon. I am so thankful. Thank you for everybody who's bought it. I really appreciate it. My family appreciates it because, you know, we just love to cook and share our love of cooking with you guys. So anyway, Happiness is Homemade, y'all. There's a big sale going on right now. Go ahead and buy people some for Christmas. Big sale. You can get an ebook or print book, and it'll come right to you. Ebook will come to you today. And the print book, it'll take it a few days, but it'll come right to your house. Happiness is Homemade on Amazon, y'all. Go get you one. All right. Yum! Let's see what we're doing here. Okay, this is getting all ready for me to eat. This looks so good. Okay, what I'm gonna do now is add the vegetables. Okay, and remember, I'm cooking a whole lot. Okay, I'm gonna reach over here and grab the salt and stuff. Talk amongst yourselves. Got my cute little canning jar. Do y'all have one of those? I love it. Gotta get some of that in there because, you know, gotta have some salt. And then I'm gonna do the cracked black pepper, but you use what you got. I like this. And you know, sometimes I don't add any Creole seasoning, but today I'm feeling like I want some. So I'm gonna add some of this. And y'all, I'm probably gonna add, I'll tell you when I get through, just a light layer, and that's probably half a teaspoon or less. Now y'all, let's start sneezing. I can't help it. Now look, this is not the only vegetables you're gonna add. We're gonna add some corn out of the freezer, some sweet corn. And if you wanna add anything else to it, you can. But oh my goodness, y'all, this is so good. It's gonna be so good. We just gotta let it cook now. And it won't take it long. Okay, it's cooking, it's rocking and rolling. I'm gonna put the lid on it. I'm gonna vent it a little bit so some steam can escape. And I'm gonna show you what we're gonna do to fix it up. I use these right here, these these high fiber, low carb wraps. As I've told y'all before, David and I try to, because I'm cooking so much, we try to do a lot of low carb stuff on the side. So doing low carb, gonna open one of these. I think I'm gonna open one of these. Hold everything. Okay, I got it. Show y'all how we put one together. We're gonna just pull one of these babies out, and they're really pretty. And put it on a plate, and then we will put some cheese on it. Now, my favorite cheese that I like to put on it, and we'll put this cheese on it after I pull it out from the pan, is pepper jack. But you put the kind of cheese you like on it. And I always serve it up with, pepper jack goes all over it. And then we're gonna do some sour cream on top of it and some, woo, bless me Lord. And some jalapeno peppers, as well as some diced tomatoes and green chilies, or also known as rocaille. That will go on there as well. Y'all, every time I use this, I sneeze, but it's worth it because it tastes really good. And nobody's paying me to say this. This is just what we use. Okay. All right, let me get back in here. And y'all, those peppers and all that, it makes it so good and tasty. Something about those, having those peppers and the squash in there, it is delicious. Okay, let's see where we're at. Y'all, this is looking mighty good. It's been cooking, maybe 5 minutes. Now I'm gonna get in here and turn it. It smells divine. All those veggies getting roasted up in that olive oil, salt and pepper, my Creole seasoning. Oh, it's looking good. I'm gonna let it go a little bit longer. Ooh, yeah. Look at that. Gotta get me a fork. I tell you what, I'm gonna have to taste of it anyway. Let that just cool off a minute, and then I'm gonna taste of it. Let's see how done each part is. Let's try the pepper. That's good. A tomato. A tomato. It's just right. Well, this here is too. Okay, let's move on. So at this point, I'm going to add some of the corn. And it's got to, unfreeze and get good. So, there we go. That was probably 6 ounces, maybe 7. And you add as much or as little as you want. If you want a lot of corn, add it. If you don't want much corn, or if you don't want any corn, this is yours. You do what you want. Okay, probably 2 or 3 more minutes and we'll be ready to build this baby. Okay, yay, makes me happy just looking at it. Gonna kind of scoot it over and we're gonna start making the plate. All right, it's cooled it down a little bit, but we're gonna let that get warm. Let me get one of those pieces of corn and say, it's hot already. Yeah, baby. Right, now we're ready to put this together. And y'all, you can be very generous with this because it's very healthy for you and it's low calorie really when you think about the stuff we got in it. And what I'm gonna do is fill half of it, put the cheese on top and then cover it. And I'll show you right here. My husband's gonna love this. I'm gonna love it. And we'll have some more tomorrow. Look how full and beautiful that is. Look at those colors. I know. Let me go ahead and get this. Let the cheese be melting on it. And I'll probably put, I don't know, a good little helping of cheese. Because there's no meat in it. All right, now I'm just gonna do this. Fold it over. And look how pretty that looks. And then I'm gonna doctor the top in just a minute. Let me get David's. That one was mine. All right, here we go. I'm getting some more. Let me pull that to the side so this will be in the middle when I There we go. Gotta keep my hubby happy, don't I? But we've been at meetings all day long, all day. And I thought, oh, I gotta go home and cook. And you know, we could go out to eat, but we just wanna be home after we've been out in meetings all day. We got to meet with some really good people today. And now we're gonna sit here tonight and enjoy our home and enjoy our food. All right, let's let that melt. Y'all see how pretty that is? That is gorgeous. And remember, this is green chilies and diced tomatoes, also known as Rotel as the brand. But you can get the store brand. You know, whatever you got. If you don't have any, don't worry about it. All right. And what I do is get a fork and kind of do this. I'm just going to show you on mine, okay? I pull this out and just kind of sprinkle it over the top and make it look beautiful. This is what I do when I run in and I'm like, oh my goodness, I don't have anything thought out. I didn't know we were going to be getting home so late because we had a really good day, but it was a long day. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to do this on his. Oh, that's so pretty. And just think how healthy we're going to be when we get through eating this. And y'all, that Rotel just does something really good to it, I'm gonna tell you. My hubby likes it and I like it. And just think, we're saving calories and stuff and eating healthy as well and low carb. And another thing I do is I always put a big dollop of sour cream on the top. And when I say big, I mean big now, don't be surprised. There we go, I can't get it off there. Oh, how pretty. You get one for David. Yes. Well, I put an extra lot on his. Okay. And I always pull out at least one big jalapeno and put it on the top because it looks pretty, right? Okay. Gotta wipe my hands. Now I'm going to show you how pretty this is. Y'all look at this. I know you would like one of these. This is Vegetable Fajitas. And I need a fork so I can taste it and see how I did. Okay, y'all. Look at it. Look how pretty it is. I know it. My quick vegetable fajitas. And you know, I have been before where I didn't have any zucchini fresh, but what I ended up using was frozen zucchini. So, you know, you can keep all that stuff in the freezer. I'm gonna cut a good bite of it. Oh, y'all, this might be a big bite. Y'all might have to talk amongst yourself while I handle it. Okay, y'all ready? It's a pretty big bite. Look how pretty that is. Ooh, it's a little bit drippy. It's a very big bite. You can taste that zucchini. It is so good. The cheese, it gives it a nice little punch. The jalapenos that's in this, the Rotel and stuff, it's great. And why do we put all this on here? Because if you get something that's a little hot, you just put a little sour cream in there with it. That combination of the peppers, the sweet peppers, with all of this in here is just divine. David's gonna be so happy, and he won't even know that I forgot to put something out to thaw. Oh yeah, that's so good. And it's low carb, yay. And the mushroom gives it a great texture. I'm gonna tell you what I always tell you. The good Lord loves you and I love you too. Y'all gonna make you a vegetable fajita. Love and blessing to you. Bye-bye.